you famously turned down sort of a fundraise from large VCs a little while ago because it wouldn't have allowed your community members to get in at that same token price for that raise. So I guess, A, do you want to talk about that? Is that true? And B, how are you now approaching this problem? Sort of accomplishing Illuvium's fundraising goals while also making sure it's equitable.
God, it definitely is true, and it's something that I think about every single day. And you know what? I'm still happy that we did it, but at the same time, you know, we're talking about potentially raising when our token price, you know, 1500, 1600, around that mark. So it's a little bit frustrating, but at the same time, I really, it again goes back to this community first aspect. And while right now, looking at the situation, you know, what would have been a better outcome? It probably looks like, yeah, you should have done your capital raise. Maybe you could have raised, you know, $250 million at that stage. That was when Axie had just done their massive raise. And if I'm short-sighted, I look at that and I think that would have been the best option. But if I look long term, if I zoom out, which is what I always try and do when I'm talking the vision of Illuvium, allowing VCs to, firstly, if they had got in at that point, they would have been wrecked over the past, you know, and then we would have had disgruntled VCs for the past, you know, 6 months and whatever. But the biggest thing would have been that the community didn't get access to that sale, and it didn't make sense to me. I couldn't wrap my head around allowing a VC and not allowing someone in my Discord to invest, especially when the guy in the Discord has been there since day zero. He's sitting there and he's like, yeah, I don't have $1 million, but I've got, you know, $10,000. Like, is that enough to get in this? And I'm thinking, you know what? Yes, it is. Why not? Right? Like, there's no difference between your conviction and the VCs. In fact, you probably have more, you know, because you've been in here.